Yo, yo. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever wherever this email may find you. Fucking email. This broadcast, this lovely fine day, wherever it may find you. I hope all of you are well. Welcome to Vinyl Junkies, the Monday show. I am looking extremely forward to doing this one. Lingua Ignota. Old Man Listens to Sinner Get Ready, her 2021 album. Yeah. To say that I'm looking forward to this would be an understatement. I'm very much all in on Lingua Ignota. I think that she's an extremely powerful artist. I think she's a fucking brave artist. And she creates music that's fucking legitimately terrifying. Very emotive. And I'm here for it. I can't remember the last time I looked this forward to hearing a record. Well, The Bug. When I heard The Bug for the first time, that was a big deal to me, man. I wanted to hear that in the worst way. And I kind of feel the same way about this one. What do I expect? I mean, look, I expect the same type of thing. I mean, this is obviously an artist that works on a very visceral level. And I expect it to be a visceral piece of art. After listening to her first two records, All Bitches Die and Caligula, to me, right away, it's like, all right, well, Kristen can do whatever she wants. Lingua Ignota can do whatever she wants. And I'm here for it. I would imagine it's got to be incredibly difficult to make this kind of music. I hear the amount of raw emotion that comes out through her records, through her previous two records, and my heart actually breaks for her. Like, I don't know how she does it. It's incredibly impressive. I mean, impressive because I'm the listener, right? So I'm the one who is the recipient. I'm the beneficiary of her art. But it kind of leads me to think, how much does it take out of her? How much does it take out of her to do this? You know? And I think that needs to be taken into consideration too. On the other hand, I mean, artists are always free to do what they want to do. And it's really saying a lot when they're able to release something like this. And I mean, it's very clear that recordings like at least the previous two Lingua records that I've heard, I mean, this is not going to be for everybody. It's not supposed to be for everybody either. I mean, to me, this is absolutely brave work. This is somebody who is unapologetic, somebody who does things exactly her way. And it's pretty clear that she's struck an enormous nerve with a large part of the audience. And that's a beautiful thing. Because ugly art matters. Because angry art matters. And I don't mean angry. I mean, you can listen to punk and say it's angry. You can listen to metal and say it's angry, but it's not the same thing. This is another thing altogether to me. This is absolutely fucking visceral. You know? She sounds like she's in pain. But somehow she manages to extract beauty from it. What is art if not that? What is art if not to create something striking out of human emotion, whatever that emotion is? You know, everybody places such a premium on happiness. I mean, sure. I mean, all of us want to be happy. But what are you supposed to do if you're not happy? Are you supposed to pretend? How's that any good for you? And I think that we live in a world where you have to pretend. You can't be angry. You can't be sad. You can't be all of these things. These are emotions that are supposed to be kept behind closed doors. These are emotions that are socially unacceptable and most certainly not welcome in places like the workplace, right? And I think it's a complete bullshit premise. I think it's an absolute bullshit premise. And that's why it is that I celebrate artists like Lingua Ignota who put out more than that. Who lay bare their fucking pain. Who lay bare their emotions. I mean, I told you, to me it's an act of absolute bravery. I mean, I'm guessing that probably for her as an artist, it probably gives her solace. So it's probably an act of survival, even for her. I mean, again, please understand that I've never spoken to the woman, so I don't know her. All it is that I'm trying to do is kind of like express in words, in my own words, what my experience of the art is, and then speak to any other art that, you know, has made me feel the same way. So, at this point, it's probably become cliche for me to keep name-dropping Diamanda Galas, but I keep name-dropping Diamanda Galas, because it is absolutely the same reason that I am in complete awe of Diamanda Galas, because that woman didn't give a fuck. That woman expressed raw anger and yelled and fucking made everybody know exactly how angry she was and why she was that angry, and wound up creating devastating music because of it. Devastating. I mean, anybody that listens in right now might think that I'm describing Lingua Ignota, because I am. Because it's the same type of description. Does it mean that the music is similar? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I will not take away from the individual accomplishment that one artist does just because it reminds me emotionally of another. So I am not comparing in any way whatsoever. But it does make me feel that. You know? Manoza says that I'll love this record. I don't doubt it. You have to understand that I don't doubt it at all. I think that if an artist does this, it probably makes him, it probably gives him some sort of solace. And you have to think to yourself, in order to put this out there, can you imagine the pain the person must go through? To me, that's what it is that I think of. But Sam, it's just art. Yeah, I know it's just art, but the artist has to be considered too. The artist is laying emotions bare, painting a devastating picture, an absolutely fucking devastating picture. So, I've said it with the other albums. The fact that anybody does that to me is an act of sheer bravery, and I will continue to support artists like that all the time. So, I mean, I went out and I bought a Lingua Ignota t-shirt. Why? Because I want to give her my money. Because I want to support an artist like this. Because artists like this are not going to be supported by the masses. This is never something that's going to make it into the top 20 of anything. It's not going to happen. Too many people are going to hear this and they're going to hear noise. And that's whatever, it's fine. If anything, it kind of makes it more appealing to know that it's not for everybody. And that's exactly why it is that you need to support this kind of art even more. If you want it to continue happening, Lingua Ignota will not be getting any Pepsi sponsorships. She might be getting those fucking crisps or whatever it is that she tweets about. I hope so, for her sake. She deserves it. But you have to understand that art that exists on the fringes needs personal support. Cheez-Its, yeah. It needs personal support. It does. We're the ones who keep that art alive. I mean, the artist can keep doing it. It's not like if we're not around, the artist just stops making the art. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that artists have bills to pay too. And it's all really nice to perform stuff, but if you're not able to support yourself, if you're not able to pay your bills and that kind of thing, why? Why should an artist have to starve for their art, especially if you appreciate the art? So, to me, the answer is support it. Buy the concert tickets, buy the merch, buy the the albums. So by this point, I have all 3 albums. I bought 2 of them. Chubbs sent me Caligula. Caligula is both of them. They're absolutely fucking devastating. I bought the other 2. I went out and I bought another shirt. I bought a Lingua Ignota shirt. If she comes to perform, I'm going to buy a ticket. You need to support this kind of art. I actually follow her on Twitter. Shouldn't surprise you, I guess, but I follow her on Twitter and I did send her a message telling her that we were doing this broadcast. She didn't answer. And that's fine. I mean, fair play. You know, it's not like I expect an answer. Who the fuck am I? You know, she's got 23,000 people following her, so who am I? On the other hand, for me, you see, it's not a matter of that. Number one, the way it is that I do this is I take the swing. My responsibility is not the result. My responsibility is taking the fucking swing. And when you take a swing, you got to be willing to miss. And I'm willing to miss. So I missed. I feel bad that I missed. Sure, I'd want it to happen because I think that if she was here talking with us, I think it would make for a better experience. I think it would make for a more personal experience for all of us. And frankly, I think that it would probably be much more highly likely that some of you would go out and buy the record. You know what I'm saying? Now, it should be said, maybe my audience isn't big enough. Fair play. You remember what I said about not pandering to audiences, not pandering to all of that? Well, the same thing for me, right? I'm not planning to fucking pander either. I'm proud of my audience. Because there's a whole lot of you over here that if you like it, number one, a lot of you already bought it. But number two, a lot of you, if you like it, you buy records. So as far as I'm concerned, one album purchased is the equivalent of like about 1,000 streams. Every album sold here is 1,000 streams. I don't consider that nothing. But the thing is that, you know, we're working in the internet now, right? So people have to see thousands and hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands of streams. And the more personal elements are always the ones that people remember. But they're the ones that are not financially viable, so people don't go after them. You understand? It's the equivalent of a club show. Everybody remembers fondly when they saw a band that all of a sudden became huge at a club. Everybody appreciates that because the club is intimate, because that's something that they're doing. You know that the artist is kind of like paying the cost. There's a certain grind to doing those shows, and there's a certain connection that happens between you and the audience. It's something a little bit more personal, right? So, I mean, I was talking just earlier about how the other vinyl channels, pretty much every other vinyl channel on the net, has more followers than we do on YouTube. They do. And Polam asked me, okay, well, Sam, are you willing to stop being angry? Are you willing to stop doing your show the way you're doing? I was like, well, fuck, of course not. I'm still going to do my show my way, and those who don't understand it, don't understand it, and those who are offended. So fucking what? You don't do things for people who don't get it. You don't. You do things first and foremost for yourself. And at that point, you find your audience once you know that you've been true to yourself. Because those who react to what you do and support what you do are at least reporting and reacting and supporting a real representation of yourself. So for me, this is the realest representation of myself. And good, bad, and ugly, you show all of it. So in that way, you know, it's the same type of thing. But is it commercially viable? I mean, I'm pretty sure Pepsi won't be knocking on my door either. You know? So what? What do? You pander? Fuck no. There's 110 of us. What you do is you take the 110 people, and that's 110 human beings. You have to understand, on the internet, that's not what they see. They see only 110. Why? Because you got to have millions in order for it to be relevant. In order for all of the fucking corporations to start sucking your cock, you need to have the millions. You need to have the 100,000s. You need to have all of these big numbers. And they're not there. So when they see 110, they don't see 110 people. What they see is 110 clicks. 110 clicks means fuck all. Fuck all. But what people don't understand is that 110 of us, and the vast majority of us, buy records. And Taiwan says for Billboard, 1,500 streams equals one album sale. So at the end of this whole thing, if you're selling 10 records, it's 15,000 streams. And that still might be nothing. In other words, never play to the audience, never play to the gallery, ever, 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 ever. Have the balls to fucking do yours. Express yourself the way you need to express yourself. And that's maybe one of the reasons why I have an enormous amount of respect for artists like Lingua Ignota and Diamanda Galas. Because they are not afraid to turn ugly into art. People who go out and think that ugly isn't part of human existence, or somehow you gotta shed a light on only the other things. Ugly doesn't sell toothpaste, friends. Happy sells toothpaste. You understand? Mouthwash sells because you got stinky breath. But what are they selling you? Are they selling you really fresh breath? They're not selling you fresh breath, friends. Because in order to sell you fresh breath, you got to be able to smell the stink first. But they don't sell you the stink. They tell you that you stink, and then they show you their bottle, and they show you a pretty smile and how good you can look afterwards. You are somehow inferior with your stink. But if you buy our product, look at the smile. Why don't we get 9 out of 10 dentists to support it too? The sausage making machine. Manufacture consent. And the minute you see through all of that, you realize what a pile of shit. Does that mean that you should focus only on what's angry? Of course not. That's not it. But what it means is that life's a little bit more complicated than just a smile and toothpaste. And the range of human emotions is complex. And sometimes a lot of human emotions are not pretty. They're complex. They're hard. They're difficult. And those need to have light shed on them just as much as every other emotion, even if you can't sell toothpaste with it. So that's my message. I'm pretty sure that message will not reverberate with a large part of the audience. So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to give a shit about a large part of the... so what? Do yours, man, always. And what I get from Lingua Ignota is that she does hers. I read a tweet from her just a short while ago that absolutely broke my heart. But it also kind of makes me feel exactly why it is that I love her as much as I do. And why it is that I respect her as highly as I do. Okay? Let me read it to you once I find it. Just give me 1 second, I'm looking, okay? All right, so check out this tweet that she put out on September 18th. Her tweet says, "I know it's kind of cringe, but the only thing that makes me feel remotely okay right now is listening to my record. There is no accountability or justice, but I have the music." Do you understand? Do you understand, how broken... I mean, and she certainly doesn't sound like she's putting it on, but how broken do you need to be inside to feel like there's no fucking accountability in the world? There's no justice in the world. So what do you have to do? You have to fucking scream and put it there just as a document. This is it. We come back to the same words, right? Brave. But this is an artist that if she tells me I can't go on, I would say, I'm sorry, you can't go on. I understand and I respect. Because she's not selling smiles. I'm not sure she's selling anything. I think what she's doing is expressing herself in the rawest, most honest way possible. And her reality seems to be dark. You know what I'm saying? And for me, as a consumer who chooses what to consume on and tries as much as possible to be disaffected by commercials and all the rest of this, my immediate reaction to all of this is I respect the fact that you do this. I respect the fact that you pay attention to ugly, even though there's a very big societal taboo to showing the wrong type of emotions. You certainly don't Don't advertise. You don't use your advertising dollars to promote suffering. The only time that they promote suffering with your advertising dollars is only if you've suffered, but now you've won. Right? Nike, just do it. I suffered, but now look at me. I'm a fucking champion. Do it. The suffering is worth it. Do it. They're not selling you the suffering. What they're doing is they're selling you the fucking victory at the end. They're selling you the champion at the end. You want to get there? Buy our shoes. We'll help you with the grind. They don't give a single fuck about the grind. They care about selling you the shoes, so they sell you victory, and they package it that way. So, let's see what we do, man. I'm happy that this exists. For those of you asking about Old Man Listens to Lingua Ignota, what the hell's the name of that fucking record? Caligula. We did that one. We did it as an Old Man After Dark. We did it together. It was powerful. I did mushrooms. I fucking smoked. I was high as fuck and enjoyed it. Had a blast. Do I have to be high as fuck? No, but I like being high as fuck. Makes me connect closer. I enjoy it. Sam, it's really sad that you need to take drugs in order to connect. Oh, fuck you. Marijuana's not drugs. Marijuana's medicine, dickhead. Same thing with mushrooms. When they make you feel good and they have no bad reaction, it's not a drug. It's medicine. And so we played it. All four sides, and it was amazing. I asked Lingua Ignota. I let her know that she was that we were doing that as well. You know? So, maybe she's listening to us, maybe. Maybe she's sleeping. She's allowed to do whatever you want, whatever she wants. But if you're here, Kristen, I just want you to know that I have a tremendous amount of respect for the work that you do. I wish you strength to be able to carry on your work, and whether it affects your art or not, to me doesn't matter. I think more importantly than that, I wish you happiness. An artist finds a way to adapt, but you don't want somebody. The reason it is that we react so closely to a product of extreme suffering or anguish is because we can relate to it. But ultimately, if she has to keep suffering in order to create this type of art, her happiness should matter more than anything else, right? So, I wish you happiness. It's kind of cool to me that I've, discovered her only this year. It caught me all by surprise. I bought All Bitches Die. We played it, and it's like, holy fuck, really? Wow. The minute I heard the first album, I immediately knew that I needed the other ones, fast. And that's what I did. I got them immediately. Immediately. And here we are. I mean, I'm guessing I'm not the only one who's looking extremely forward to this, right? How many of you already have the records? How many of you have not heard this before? I know that there was one of you, at least, that said you haven't heard this record and you were waiting specifically for this stream because you wanted to hear it in community the way we're doing now. This honors me. It makes me happy that that's the case, okay? Because I do the same thing. I wait to listen to a record just so I can listen to it together with people. I waited to play the new Bug record. I waited an entire weekend. I wanted to play that Bug record the minute I got it. But I waited because I prefer playing it together with all of you. The same thing with Lingua Ignota. I had the record since last week. I waited because to me it's much better listening to it all together. It's powerful to listen to it together. It's powerful to experience something communally, to share our emotions. VJ Hivemind works. What is VJ Hivemind? Real simple. How many of you know this record? And how many of you don't know this record? Just tell me. I know it, I don't know it. Just shout out in the crowd. Okay? There's a good bunch of us in the crowd. There's over 100 of us already. So, don't know it, don't know it, know it, know it. Up to now, what it is that I'm seeing is half-half about. A 50-50 split. Tell me something. If you're an artist, isn't that the best thing that you could possibly want? A 50-50 split is the best thing that you could possibly have. Because that's what makes the hive mind work. You guys all buy records, but half of you have not purchased it. Right? You want a better audience than that? And how about the people that have listened to it? Well, why are they here? Are they here because they hate the record? They don't hate the fucking record. They're here because they love the record. So what does that do to the experience, friends? That's what VJ Hive Mind is all about. Right? Those of us who haven't heard the record are privileged to hear it with those who have and are excited about it. You understand? You should be excited about listening to it together because it's a powerful experience. And I know that the industry will never pay attention to me because it's just we don't have enough people. Okay, we're too small. But this is the way you sell a record, friend. People have to stop paying attention to this type of traffic like it's always YouTube. They've got to stop measuring this shit in the millions. It's nonsense. If you own a record store, okay, let's assume this is a record store and there's 100 of you listening. There's 100 of people in your record store. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? If you got 100 people in your record store, is that a bad thing? Well, fuck no. Every record store wants 100 people in their store. Well, that's what we have here because people buy the records. Well, you know that everybody that's going to walk into your store won't buy that record. They might buy other records. But that's the way it's done. So the 100 has meaning. Whether it is that it has meaning by the fucking PR departments, because the PR departments think it's nothing. We don't have the numbers. You need 100,000 streams. You need 10,000 streams. You need 1,000,000 streams. That's when it is that it's relevant. That's because the PR department, and that's because the people who hold the copyright for the artists, those people get paid on those pennies. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. What they give a fuck about is getting enough streams in order to make their nut, to make the dollar. The dollar is where it is. The buck stops at the dollar. So in order for those copyright holders to be satisfied, satiated, they need to have the hundreds of thousands. Because that's their business. Do you understand? Yeah, but that might not be the way art works. Maybe that's not the way it is because selling records is better. They don't give a fuck about selling records. That's not what they deal in. That's not their job. This is, again, me saying fuck this industry. It's fucking bullshit industry. You got that board turned on. What the fuck are you talking about, Mud? Have a coffee. You're smashed. And get on Zoom. What are you waiting for? You're owned by the advertisers. You're owned by the numbers. And you have to understand that everybody has their motives. Okay? And the motives, if you believe that the music industry's motives is the art, you're fucking naive as hell. When you look at publishers like Beggars Group who take down our videos because they got 500 or 1,000 views, why are they taking it down? Because it's not 100,000 views. That's why. If it's 100,000 views, they're there and they're sticking there. If every one of my videos made 100,000 views, they'd all be fucking lining up. All of them. The dick sucking would start immediately. Just put the pillow down. You want their knees not to get scratched up. Fuck the music industry. Unfortunately, art and business go together sometimes because you have to make money. But what it is that you'll realize real quick is that the industry is filled with whores, complete whores, that puts the money before everything else. And the principle doesn't matter. And I'm not for that. And I don't care who I upset. I've been told a million times, Sam, you know what? You're only going to make enemies that way, Sam. You know, you attract more bees with honey. Fuck you. I don't want to attract bees. So, I mean, I'm not part of the sausage-making process. I will not fit into that algorithm. I buy my records. I haven't heard a note off this record. I haven't read a single review. When I bought my first Lingua Ignota record, I read exactly 0 reviews. You know what it is that sold me on the records? People whose musical taste I trust giving me their first-hand accounts of having bought the record and loving it. So when Chubbs tells me, I bought the record, dude, you got to listen to this. He bought the record. He made a commitment. You remember what it is that I said? You sell more records. If you're buying a washing machine, okay? You're buying a washing machine. Let me give you an example. What are you going to pay attention to more when it comes down to actually paying for that washing machine? Okay? What are you going to pay attention to more? Are you going to pay attention more to that commercial that fucking blasts in your face? Or are you going to pay attention to the person who bought the washing machine that you know and says, you know what? I was in the market too. I bought this and it's fantastic for this, and reason. What is going to move you closer to making the purchase? So if we're talking about supporting art and 1,500 or 1,000 streams equals one album purchase, which one matters more towards the album purchase? Because buying the album matters more than the stream, right? Which one matters more? First-hand accounts always matter more. Always, always, always. So then why don't they push for that? Because the copyright holders make money on streams. So first-hand accounts and selling 10 albums means nothing to them. They'd rather have 15,000 streams because that's how they get paid. Whores. Whores. You understand? I'm not interested in being part of that process. I don't know what Rolling Stone said about it. I don't know what Pitchfork said about it. I don't know what anything said about it. What it is that I do know, though, is I know that I've spoken to some people who I buy music, who share my interest in music. And the reason I know that they share my interest in music is because they buy the records, just like I buy the records. And that's how it is that they talk. Fantoma's a genuine guy, yes. Fantoma, listen, I'm not for Fantoma's process because he does streaming and everything, but that's a different thing. He's working in that. So me and him work different areas. And he does what he does very well, and I respect him. I think he's a master at what he does. I can't ever do what he does. Okay? I am not friendly enough. I am not convivial enough. I am not gregarious enough to ever be as popular as Anthony Fantoma, ever. I'm fucking miserable. So it comes back to what it is that Polam said, my producer. Sam, are you willing to stop being miserable? It's like, I can't fucking stop being miserable. I can't. All right? Misery loves company. So why are you here, fuckface? I'm funny as hell. Yeah, because I do try to make things funny, because to me, life is something that you need to laugh at, because if not, you're going to be crying forever. So, it all depends on what your view is. You see, for me, my view is, you know how it is that I do all of this, friends? I conduct what I do as a small business. That's how I consider you guys. To me, I don't consider myself like I'm on the internet right now. I consider myself like we're in a virtual cafe or we're in a virtual bar. That's how it is that I see my thing. Now, if you're in a virtual bar with now 150 people ready to listen to a record and we haven't played a note of it and we're 35 minutes into the show and everybody's still waiting, is that a bad thing or not? I mean, obviously it depends who you ask. What you do is you always follow the money and you'll get an idea of which answer is right. Ask the copyright holders and they'll say, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's not commercially relevant. It is commercially relevant if you sell records. But it's not commercially relevant because there's only 150. So those people right away, they don't pay attention. Those are the people that handle the copyright on YouTube and all the rest of this. They're the ones who get to decide whether you're a thief for playing records online for 150 other people that I purchased. But this is the way it is that the industry is set up. The industry is set up and they think I'm a thief. That's why they block the material. Because we're stealing. I'm not stealing. I bought the record. But what are you going to do? So for me, I'm going to do things my way. Always. Because it's real. I make a genuine attempt to connect with you folks. I make a genuine attempt to tell you folks, and it's my mantra for the rest of my life. Buy the record, folks. Buy it. All right? I'm not saying this in a snob way. I'm not saying this in a snob way because I'm better because I buy records. And people are going to say that that's what I'm saying. Fuck no, that's not what I'm saying. That's what people need to say because people are assholes. That's not what I said. What I said is that there's a difference when you have a qualitative experience. I've repeated the same fucking mantra over and over and over again. And when you buy a record, what you're doing is you're not buying better sound or anything. What you're buying is a qualitative experience. You're interacting with the art a little more. There's a purposefulness to taking the record out of the jacket, looking at the jacket, placing the record on the turntable, dropping the needle, all of this. There's a purposefulness. It's not just idly pressing on. You know what? This motherfucker said we should listen to this, so let me just go to Spotify and push that link. And I'll listen to it for 30 seconds, because I tell you something, the copyright holders don't give a fuck if you listen to the entire album. Well, they do, because if you listen to the entire album, there's 10 songs, maybe. But they don't care if you listen to the song for 10 seconds or if you listen to it for the whole time. They don't. Because as long as you listen to it for the 10 seconds, it's a play. But what happens? This big push towards getting the hundreds of thousands of plays and the millions of plays, what happens? It erodes experience. It erodes the qualitative aspect of listening to a piece of music in a considered manner. So, the industry doesn't give a fuck about you, let me tell you. The industry treats you like a fucking rat in a Skinner box. Just keep pushing. Keep clicking. That's it. Just keep clicking. Rats in a Skinner box. And my thing is that I give a shit way too much about music to ever do that. Fuck you. Fuck you, copyright people. Fuck all of you. Sit on a fucking pile of dicks. You understand? I'm going to appreciate my music my way, and I'm going to make my connection with music, my relationship with music, the opposite of what the industry at large wants your connection to music to be. Now, for those of you who listen to all of this and say, well, what does this have to do with Lingua Ignota? Listen, I do my show. If you're here tuning in, it's because you're tuning into my show the way I do it. This is my fucking room. This is my cafe. This is my bar. This is my record that I purchased with my money. So I'm going to play my record my way, the way I want. And hang out with the people who want to hang out. I don't want to do it your way. I'm not interested in doing it your way. You can do it your way on your fucking channel. You could do it your way with your record and what you bought. I bought my record. If I feel like talking for 40 minutes before or an hour before I play the record, that's what I do. You understand? Because to me, that's what adds to the qualitative experience. To get all of us fucking hanging out together, doing this together, it's valuable. You understand? So Nasty Matty says that he's here to hear it this way. Awesome, dude. I'm glad. Now, what it is that I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge you, Nasty Matty, and I'm going to challenge all the rest of you. How many of you here, are there a lot of first-timers here? Padgy, you know I'm always going to do things my way, always. Are there anybody here for the first time? Maybe it's like it's the first time that you're listening to the show. You've been around. Okay, Great Pacific is still fairly new. Well, welcome. I'm happy to have you. And yes, you're right. These billionaire piece of shit owners. You know what the fucking you know what the CEO of Spotify said about a year ago? He said in order for artists to remain, in order for artists to stay working, in order for artists to earn a living, what it is that they need to do is they need to keep producing music. And he had said something like, you have to release music, new music every 3 months. Okay, so basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to fucking create the same slave mentality with artists that you create with the Amazon factory worker. What you want to do is you want to create a bunch of fucking peons so that they can just crank out material so that a fucking billionaire CEO gets paid at the end. Fuck him! Fuck him! That's what you want to support. That's what the entire industry is geared towards, friends. You want to be part of the sausage factory? Be part of the sausage factory, not me. Ain't doing it. I give too much of a fuck about this. Friend, capitalism doesn't breed innovation. Need, necessity breeds innovation. Capitalism breeds innovation only for somebody who's in it to make $1. If somebody is going to do something good to benefit society so that he can make $1, he's not doing it to benefit society. He's doing it to make $1. All right? So your statement is absolute nonsense. What it does is it shows more what your heart is about. What's the important part? Making money or the principle behind it? Or serving the need? Which one is it? Capitalism doesn't innovate anything. The only innovations that happen in capitalism is for one fucking thing and one thing only: make more money. All right? And if you're being paid minimum wage, you're the fucking peasant that it's being grown on. It's on your back. So, me? I'm going to be an enemy to the people who don't like what I have to say. Fuck them. What am I going to do? Change? Capitalism is about money, period. 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 Stop. Full fucking stop. Full stop. Twitch is owned by Amazon. If Amazon wasn't making money on Twitch and these types of streams, and they could make money, more money selling screwdrivers, they would stop this immediately and sell screwdrivers. Period. That's what capitalism is about. It's about money. Who gets the money? Who gets the money? So, you want to feed into that system? Go ahead and feed into that system. You're basically fucking enslaving humanity to enrich a handful of people. Go ahead, sucker. Does that mean you can move away from all of that shit? No, you can't. I mean, you can't get away from it. On the other hand, you can let it, instead of letting it choose you, you can choose it. You still get to choose what parts you want and what parts you don't. So for me, when it comes to music, I want to be completely out of the fucking manufacturing of consent. I want to be out of it. I don't want to be part of the sausage making process. I listen to my music, my way. I bought my music on my fucking terms, listening to it in my room. The people who are here want to be here, and we're going to have a good time. Only 150 of us. I'm sorry that I've failed you, copyright holders. I'm sorry that my audience is irrelevant to you. Fuck them. Now, can you do me a favor, please? I'm going to challenge all you new people, Nasty Matty, you specifically. Why? Because you're obviously enjoying yourself and you obviously fit here. If you like what we do, friends, then support what we do, just like I've been talking about. Don't pay lip service. Do it for real. So you can listen to the show for free, just like a lot of people do. Like the vast majority of the people that are here probably listen for free. But you'll notice that there's a lot of people here that know each other. There's a familiarity to what it is that we do here. So Cunt Girl, Camouflaged Ghost, these people, Menoza, Nelson, Rafinha, P.A. Grande, these people are all patrons. They support the show. Be a part of the conversation. Don't take it for free. If you take it for free, you're part of the fucking problem. If you think that everything's free because it's in the internet, you're part of the fucking problem. If you like qualitative experience, then you support qualitative experiences. And you can do that. Join the conversation. Join our group. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. That's it. And if you have any idea of what it is that I'm doing, you'll realize that it's not because I need your $2, because your $2 doesn't affect a huge bottom line, but I need your patronage, because the patronage is what speaks. The patronage is the act of community. And the minute it is that you get a patron and you get somebody who is part of the community, you've gotten something powerful. And community is more important than clicks. The best way to do it is you build your community. And then when you reach that magic number that they consider big enough to be viable marketing, then they come suck your cock. That's where all the the blowjobs begin. Because now they want you. Because now you've created a viable market. The market, you don't do something just because it's a viable market. This matters. Do you understand? Now, today it matters. In 10 years, the audience might be 10 times bigger. It won't matter more in 10 years. It'll matter more to the advertisers. It'll matter more to the capitalists who are looking for something. But the principle remains the same. Unless I sell out my ideals. My ideals, if you think I'm going to sell them out, you don't know me very well. I can't be bought with $1 million. I can't be bought with 10 million. I can't be bought with $1 billion. I have zero aspirations to any of it. And if I had $1 billion, I'd give most of it away. Because I don't need it. I don't need a fucking yacht. So, you guys want to show me for real what you're about? Then show me. Act like it. Make a qualitative decision. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month at patreon.com/vinyljunkies. The link is in the comments. And when you become a patron, I'd see you. Placa Margo said if you had $1 million, you'd buy more records. Can I tell you what it is? Can I tell you the only thing, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. My wife knows it to be absolutely true. The only fucking reason I would buy a bigger house, the only reason, is so that I can have a bigger basement so I can put more records in it. That's it. I don't need a bigger bedroom. I don't need a bigger living room. Maybe I want a bigger kitchen. Maybe. You understand? I'm going to die serving art. I'm going to die trying to remain humble the rest of my life and never forget the fact that I am nothing. I am a humble servant of art. Human beings are vessels. That includes Lingua Ignota. She is a vessel. She is a brave vessel. But we're vessels. The art has to be respected as art. Capital A. Above everything else. So I'm going to try to do my show that way. I'm going to try to stick by my ideals as much as possible. And I'm going to keep doing all of the dirty stuff. I'm going to keep getting my hands dirty and all the blue-collar shit. Like sending a message to Lingua Ignota and letting her know, hey, we're doing this. Doesn't mean she has to pay attention. That's not my job. My job is not to make her pay attention. My job is to put it out there. And the people that pay attention will pay attention. That's it. Yes or no? Hardcastle, Leon Ilian, Runyon, Mac Attack, Purple Haze. All patrons. All fucking patrons. You guys are here. We're doing something right. We have a good time. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we get here, we get down, we hang out. It's a beautiful thing to do every afternoon, isn't it? Or evening if you're in Europe. It's a beautiful thing. The sense of community is very real. So it's more than just the music. The event matters. When your friends invite you to a dinner with a bunch of other friends, people that you like, do you go there just for the food, or are you going there for the event? Are you going there for the pleasure of hanging out with a bunch of other people and enjoying that meal within company? Now, please understand that you can't monetize that. So the industry doesn't give a shit about that. But I do. So welcome to my meal. I prepared a meal for you. Today we listen to Lingua Ignota. Let's have a drink together. That's what we're doing. I can't give you a drink, but I can prepare the fucking room for you. I can give you something good. 1:51 a.m. from the Philippines. You honor me, Mr. Rivera, for listening at nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. You honor me. I'm glad that you appreciate the show enough to be listening at 2 a.m. Thank you. JP Rivera, you want to make me even happier? You want it to count even more? Become a patron. I don't have a patron from the Philippines yet. I got patrons from India. I got patrons from fucking Taiwan, the UK, all over the world, but I still don't have a patron from Philippines. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. What are people going to say? Well, Sam, you're a capitalist. Look at you. You're begging for money. No, motherfucker. I care about this enough to build it one patron and $2 at a time. That's what I'm doing. I'm hustling for something that's important. And what the person that puts me down calls begging, I call getting your hands dirty. Somebody has to dig the ditches. The person who calls it begging, those are the people that are too good to dig the ditches. Those are the people who think that digging ditches isn't for them. So what do? They see it as begging. It's not begging. It's building something that matters, and this matters to me. This is my entire life. You guys are my family. I've said this to you, especially the ones that listen at night. You're my family. I treat you like that. You matter to me. I'm happy to be here for you. I do this for you, and I do this for me. So those people that talk about begging, fuck them. Those people could eat a bowl of dicks. Those people wouldn't know what it means to get their hands dirty. They never wanted something badly enough to have to dig ditches for it. Yet here I am digging ditches, and they're busy making fun of me. Guess what, man? Make fun of me all you want. I will proudly welcome my $2 patron and make him feel like, or her feel like, the most important person in the room, because you are. Because you are. Your $2 isn't about the $2. It's about the fact that you've made a commitment towards something that you know for a fact that you could get for free, but you're not getting it for free. Because you want to make the act a community. What it is that you do is, the minute it is that you do that, you separate the wheat from the chaff. The wheat is all, the chaff is all the people that want it for free. It's like, why should I give him anything? I could get it for free. He's begging. Why should I fucking do that? That's the chaff. You see what's left? Do you guys enjoy yourselves? You notice how every Wednesday, Monday, and Friday it's an amazing conversation? It's because that's the wheat. That's the good people. We're on no songs, fuckface. You know it too, John Russell. You're trolling me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for you to make one more comment, John Russell Films, to see if I got to block you or not. Because your comment is a dumbass comment and you know it. You know why, John Russell Films? Because I don't give a single fuck if you leave right now. I don't care. I am perfectly fine with losing viewers. Perfectly. I am perfectly fine with losing subscribers. I am perfectly fine with losing patrons. Perfectly fine. So John Russell Films, what song are we on? You know exactly what song we're on. Fuck you, you troll. Go watch Teletubbies. Get the fuck off my channel. Everybody else that listens to me say that, you know what you say? God damn it. I respect this motherfucker. I'm going to support him because I respect the fact that he says that. I'm not going to beg for your patronage. As a matter of fact, if this doesn't speak to you, I don't want your $2. I don't want your patronage. I'm looking for the right people. The only way you find the right people is you play for everybody. When somebody's playing their guitar in the metro, when somebody's playing their guitar in the subway, they know that the 99.9% of the people aren't going to put anything in their in their guitar case, but they play. And it's that 0.1% that makes it so that they can do it. The other 99.9%, they think, well, look at this guy. He's fucking playing music. He's begging for quarters in the subway. Those people are shit. Fuck those people. Yes or no? So where are you, films? Anything else to say? I'm still trying to figure out if I block you or not, John Russell Films. I mean, there's two ways. I'm going to find out about you in one of three ways. Number one, you're going to shut the fuck up because you realize you're a dumbass. Number two, you're becoming a patron. Or number three, you're going to keep talking stupid and you're going to get blocked. You chose stupid. So it's time for you to leave. Get rid of that fucking clown. And Minoza, you understand my point perfectly. Street performers make street life better. Everybody. Not only for those who put the dollar in the fucking thing, but they make street performers make the whole street more lively. They add character to all of those people. They get it for free. They add something. So they're basically doing something good for the 99.9% of them that won't support them. And in that 99.9% of them, maybe 25% of them who think that they're begging for money. Fuck you, films. Sit on it and rotate. Use a bitch. You understand? And this, my friends, is Gonzo Radio. You say fuck you when it's time to say fuck you. You cut out the fucking fat. You nurture the good relationships. You nurture the right relationships, not everybody. This isn't for everybody. I don't want it to be for everybody. Lingua Ignota is not for everybody. Do you understand? So please, if you enjoy the music, you understand that Lingua Ignota is not for everybody, understand how important it is for you to support the art that you love, and it's precisely because it's not for everybody that you need to support it. So that's my call to action. Support what you like. Buy Lingua's album. Become a patron if you like what I do. I mean, you can show up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, get it for free. We all know that. That's not the point, is it? Support what matters to you. You know who just did that? Bobby McCloskey. Patron 857, Superior Creature. Bobby McCloskey. Welcome, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stepping up. I hope to keep earning your respect and earning your support. And I promise I will never stop telling... I will never take the fuck you out of my conversation. It's never going to happen. We ready? We got a double album here. This is going to be good. Look at that. I'm glad that you liked it, McCloskey. This is quality. Yes, sir, it is quality. I'll say very proudly that what I do is a qualitative experience. You know it's a qualitative experience. You know how you know it? Because we haven't played a single note of the album on the billboard, and there's 160 people here. That's how. So, we ready to do this? Anybody else going to step up like our buddy? Like McCloskey did? Step up, man. Just like McCloskey. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. I'm your, what am I? Your DJ, your groove merchant, your host. Support your host. Throw a couple of dollars towards the house. The way this house stays open, the way we keep the lights on, everybody puts in their little piece. And please understand, when I say put in your little piece, I mean put in what you can. No more. Ever. You don't have to. The ones that put in that small little piece make it possible for everybody else to get it for free. So, That $2, it makes a difference. That $5 makes a difference. That $1 makes a difference. Tip the old man. Simple question. If we were doing this together and we were actually in the room together, right? Let's say this was an actual physical bar and we were doing this, right? And I was about to drop the needle. Once I drop the needle and I start listening to you, which ones of you would be the types of guys that would come up to me and say, hey, Sam, can I buy you a drink? We're going to listen to this music. I'd like to listen to this music with you. I'd like to buy you a coffee, Sam. I'd like to buy you a drink. Well, I accept it. I accept if you want to buy me a coffee and I want to buy you a drink. What it is that I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to use that money so that I can keep doing the show. Can you buy me a record? Dude, I buy records bought. People buy me records all the time. So, support it. Tip your patron. Tip your groove merchant. You would buy me a tea. Well, listen, SM, I just put up the link for the tip. How much does a tea cost where you are? $2, $3? Tip me $3. You just bought me a tea, friend. Those of you who know me know that I've been doing this for 58 straight days now, Polam? 558 straight? I haven't taken a single day off since COVID started. So, my commitment is there. I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep building this community. I'm going to keep nurturing this community. I'm going to keep pretending that, not pretending, I'm going to keep acting like you are the most important people in the world, because you are. To me, you're the most important people in the world. You're my audience. You're my family. You're my patrons. Today is 557 straight days, folks. So, who's going to get me that tea? Runyon, imagine the people you've helped over COVID. Yes, sir, I know. I receive messages from people that tell me I was having an extremely rough time. I thought about killing myself. You helped me, Sam. I lost my job during this time. It was really hard. I had no money. But you know what, Sam? The $2 a month, I wish I could afford more, Sam. But the $2 a month, I'm happy to give it to you because you kept me, you gave me somewhere to hang out. That matters. It does. Those people who say, I'm poor, I'm poor. Listen, if I'm too poor to go to a concert, I don't go to the door of the concert and I say, hey, you know what? I really want to watch this, but I'm poor. I just don't go to the concert. I don't use poverty as as a fucking excuse. Just listen for free and shut up. Nobody owes you anything. That's it. I realize that that's not the internet way of things, and it certainly doesn't. It flies in the face of what people's experience, of what people's expectations are on the internet, and that is that everything is free. Well, that's why the music industry is where we are right now, and you need 1 million streams in order for an artist to get paid. Precisely because of the expectation of free. Well, how about we cut out the expectation of free and just all do our part and support the things that matter? Camouflaged Ghost. Minoza, thank you for your tip. I appreciate it. Please know that I will take your $5 and make proper use of it. Camouflaged Ghost says, coming from somebody who is recently unemployed, my $2 a month has definitely provided me with plenty of entertainment while sitting around. You honor me, sir. You honor me. And you honor yourself by not using your unemployment as an excuse to try to get it for free. Hardcastle Industry. This is the place. The music is real. The show is real happy. The show is real happy to throw some coal on the fire. Sir, you understand perfectly. Thank you. I think I appreciate your analogy of throwing coal on the fire a great deal. Throwing a log on the fire. I do. Because when you throw a log on the fire, everybody stays warm. Not just me. So when you put towards this channel, everybody gets it. Everybody. Because we keep coming back. We keep buying records. You think I don't read your comments, folks? I read all of your comments. That's how I buy my records. I don't follow the news, man. I don't follow Pitchfork. I don't follow Rolling Stone. I follow no music media. Zero media. Zero, zero, zero entertainment media. Nothing. You guys are it. You guys are it, man. And it's because you guys are it that I know about Lingua Ignota. I found out anyway. I didn't need Rolling Stone or Pitchfork to tell me. You guys told me. Fans who bought the records. People with skin in the fucking game. Not people who just took it for free on a stream. Donda. Fuck Donda. When it comes out on vinyl, I'll buy it. Adrian, I don't tune in for all or even most streams, just for the old man. Fair. Dude, you tune in for what you want. When you buy a membership to the gym, does it mean you have to show up and you have to stay there 24 hours a day? If you go twice a week, that's it. I don't tune in for even most streams. Just the old man listens for the albums that I love, like this one. But you just became a $2 patron because I love what you're building here and you want it to grow. Never stop, Sam. Adrian, you honor me. Thank you. I will never stop. Know it. Because this matters. The qualitative experience matters. Boy, giraffes had it coming to them. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, boy, but thanks. What the fuck are you squawking about, boy? Giraffes. What do I know about giraffes? I live in Canada. Talk to me about elk, moose, deer, caribou. This guy, giraffes. That's the thing. You got to deal with mohons sometimes. Giraffe. Can I say something else? How about we say hello to some more patrons? I think, where are we now? Just let me check the count. I will get started soon, folks. I absolutely love the fact that you guys get it. Like, it makes me happy. You guys, you have no idea how much it warms my heart when I see you guys make comments like, you know what, I'm unemployed. I don't have a lot of money, but the $2 is absolutely worth it. Sam, you keep me company. Sam, thank you for doing it. Thank you. It makes me happy. It does. You honor me. Please understand that I had to fight a lot, and I still continue to fight against the people who think that this is begging. Against the industry who thinks that this is irrelevant because there's only 150 of you. Okay? The cards are fucking stacked against me. And I keep pumping money into it, and I keep pumping time into it because I believe in it, because I understand the difference between quality and quantity. You understand? So yes, I will keep doing it, friends. How many of you are artists, may I ask? 860 patrons. While you answer the question. Do we have any artists in our midst? Please, when I say artist, please understand, I'm not talking about only aspiring artists. I'm talking about people who play instruments. What do you play? Tell me. Tell me about yourself. Please understand something, artists. Okay? Understand something. You guys matter to me perhaps more than anybody else. You don't have to be a musical artist. Artist. If you're a visual artist, that counts. Cool olds. It does. Guitar, music. Artists. Whether it is that you have aspirations to make your living from it, or whether you just do it for yourself. Okay? Please understand that you're an enormous part of my community. And please understand that making artists a large part of your community might be the worst fucking business move in the world, because the vast majority of artists are poor. Why? Because of everything that I just described over the last how long? I'm pretty sure that Lingua Ignota could use more money. I'm pretty sure of it. Because art is not valued. You see, in my case, I value it. What's going to happen to some of these people? Some of these people are going to get big. Some of you guys, keep working on your art. Never stop working on your art. Whether you do it just to make yourself happy, whether you do it to please those around you, whether you sing your newborn baby to sleep and that's why you're doing it, you keep doing that. Because art matters. Art is life. Art makes life worth it. Without music, life has no fucking purpose. All right? So, some of you artists are going to make it, folks. Some of you artists are going to snag a record deal. It's going to happen. Believe in yourself. Somebody's got to get them. Listening to Lingua Ignota should tell you that you don't have to sound like everybody else in order to do it. So some of you are going to express your voice, you're going to do it in a manner, and you're going to have records out, you're going to have a career. Some of these people, and we're still going to be here. It honors me to know that these artists came here and listened to a bunch of music, and they congregated here with other artists, and they came here and they let this feed them. Boy, they had it coming to them. That's all I'm going to say. Boy, I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll find out. I'm guessing it's a lyric from Lingua Ignota. Well, cool olds, of course they keep cutting arts funding. You notice how you guys aren't cutting arts funding? You notice how you guys $2, $5, you're not cutting arts funding. You're literally supporting the arts every time I see something go up. I mean, please understand that I know what my responsibility is, and I know that there's a tremendous amount of trust that you guys place in me. You trust me to take what you give me and to keep building and to keep making this possible. And I mean, that's a promise that I could keep with my eyes closed. That's a promise that you can count on forever. I will always introduce you to new music. I will always have this excitement. I will never turn it down. And I will keep working for this, because this sustains me just as much as it sustains you. Art sustains me. All right? Cool Olds talks about fighting ADHD, depression. I get it. You're not going to get me knocking you on that, my girl. You're not. I'm bipolar, lifelong. I take medication. I will be taking medication for bipolar disease for the rest of my life. I have to. Because if I don't take it, it fucks my mind up. So please, believe me, I understand. If I'm able to make you feel better, if this show is able to make you feel better, if this community is able to make you feel better, simply by being able to say, you know what, I fight depression, I fight ADHD, I have my struggles. Just being able to say it right away takes a certain pressure off of you immediately. Why? Because you don't have to go around pretending like everything's okay. It's fucking exhausting to pretend that things are okay when they're not. When they're okay, they're okay. But how about when they're not? Real matters. Quality matters. That's why we're here. 860. Where's 861? Will we hit it? I hope so. It always honors me the most when the musicians themselves become patrons. When Joe of Idols became a patron, I loved it. Andy Williams became a patron, I loved it. Luca State became a patron, I loved it. It honors me. And I'm ready. Are you?
I'll buy that for $1.
Yes, you will, Joe. Thank you. And you know what's also happened because of this? Joe became a patron. You know what's happened? I promise. And they're good patrons too, by the way. So, the singer of Idols, his entire management team are patrons. They support our show. I see what's going on the side. I see how many of you said, I bought all of Idols records. I went and watched a concert. The first time I heard Idols was on Vinyl Junkies. So it comes back. It does. But in order for that kind of thing to be a success, you have to have the artists who understand. You have to have the infrastructure to understand. It doesn't have to be a big part of the infrastructure. It doesn't have to be the way it's done. There has to be just enough. And a management team, a record label, everything involved with Idols, they do it for the right reason. And it works. How about that? You see? All right, folks. There are these links for the last 2 times. Please, if you can, put up the link for Lingua Ignota. We're going to put up the link. There it is. Yeah, there's the link for Lingua Ignota. If you want to support her, please go buy a t-shirt. Go buy a record. If you like what we listen to right now, buy it. Buy it. It makes a difference. She needs it. She needs it. What you'll notice on her page, as a matter of fact, is you'll notice that she's even got something where you can make a charitable contribution. Please understand, an artist that requires, number one, an artist, it's not charitable contribution. I wish that she wouldn't even word it that way. Please support my work. Support her work. It matters. David Chastity, support my work. It matters. You're not a patron. I don't know you. Become a patron. The chat is for patrons. Please, if you enjoy it, welcome to my community. Give us a chance to get to know you. But become a patron. Do your active community. Patreon.com/FinalJunkies. I'm ready if you are. My bong is very fucking warm. I am primed, folks. I got an edible working through me right now. I am absolutely ready for this, and I hope that you are too. Massive thanks and appreciation to all of you. Yes, I do this all for you, but I also do it for me, and please understand that it's because of all of you that I'm able to realize my dreams. Doing this is literally my dream come true. There's nothing in the world that I'd rather be doing than providing a show like this, so thank you for making that possible. You matter. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, friends. It's time. Give the video a like on YouTube. Let's go! buy link, please. Buy the record, man.
Always your voice bites the back of a cold wind, and the tall grasses bend for you. Where does your light take hold of my gentle axe and split him open. Gather up my quiet hammer and nail him down. Use any of your heavenly means, your golden scythe, your holy sword, your fiery arrows studded with stars. I don't give a fuck. Just kill him. You have to. I am not asking. I have made my body your vessel. I preach your word in every room. I have walked the earth weeping. I whip my back with my many sorrows. Are my sacrifices not extravagant? All I have is yours, and I swear I can't do it again. I swear to you, Lord, he has to die. There is no other way. There is no other way. Where does your light not understand. It is my voice that bites the back of a cold wind. It is my voice that bites the back of a cold wind. And it is I who bends the tall grasses. It is I am the one. I am the only one. I have to be.
Jesus Christ.
I don't care that he can't help. I can't do it again. I can't do it again. He belongs to me.
fucks me up inside. It fucks me up inside. It's hard to listen to, man. It's hard to listen to. Oh, man, I don't know. It's incredibly difficult to listen to. And it's impossible not to listen. It's a... I'm being assaulted by this. I have never been bludgeoned by somebody else's pain like that. It's really hard to listen to. It's really hard to listen to. Sorry. I mean, look, obviously it's a mind-altering work of art. Fuck, I need Kleenex. I mean, how do you forget this? How do you forget this? This is why I do what I do. I'm glad that there's people brave enough in the world to do this. I don't want to be in her shoes. I am in complete awe of her. I really need to get Kleenex, dude. My fucking nose is leaking. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna put the lobby music because it's more... I'll be back, okay? Just I gotta put the lobby music. Big Bog's not appropriate right now. I'll be right back. Hey. Sorry about that, man. It's not that I'm embarrassed of crying. I don't give a fuck what people think. I just, I feel happy. It makes me feel alive to know that I can feel these emotions and that art can move me like that. So, I'm not ashamed. It's very difficult to listen. It's very difficult to listen to. She's a victim, you know. I mean, I think you have to be dead inside not to be affected by this. You have to be completely dead inside not to be affected. I've never heard anything quite like it. I keep going back to Diamant de Galas, and I mean, that's really because. But Diamant de Galas expresses rage. I always loved Diamant de Galas, especially for the manner in which she expresses rage. But it just feels like this is like she's leaving no fucking stone unturned. Is she keeping anything for herself? I mean, it's the question that I ask. Is she keeping anything for herself? Because she's going to have to keep something for herself. I mean, it's not sustainable to continue like this. I mean, this is art made from somebody who's unwell. And I think that's what it is that makes it really that hard for me to listen to this. It's just, I mean, this is an unwell person who's created absolute fucking beauty out of her trauma. You know, I think this is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. I wish that such pain didn't exist in some ways, you know? Anybody who has anyone who has just the slightest bit of empathy inside them, I can't imagine, I mean, I can't imagine them not feeling something when they listen to this. I mean, fuck, am I ready for the next side? Am I ready for the next side? I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I can take anymore. I mean, I'm ready for side 2, but I don't know. On the other hand, I know that I've embarked upon this, and I'm going to see it through, so I'm going to play all of it. I'm going to play all of it. I'm going to listen to all of it, and I'm going to pay attention, too. I didn't realize that it would be like this. I didn't realize it was going to be this hard. I've never, this is definitely the most difficult old man I've ever done. It's... Whew. Thanks for sharing your first time with me, man. Or thanks for allowing me to share my first time with you. Look, if you believe in this kind of programming, then support this kind of programming. I'm not all angry all the time. I'm just who I am. Honest. Better or for worse, this is me. That's what makes it gonzo. Just being honest. Patreon.com/FinalJunkies is where you get to be a patron. Where you get to support this. Be a part of the conversation. It is part of the conversation. being able to discuss all of this stuff is part of the conversation. It matters. It does. So become a part of the conversation. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month at patreon.com/finaljunkies. Steven, speaking to you. Have you been streaming for a long time but still not pop? Oh, fuck this guy. Can you get rid of that? That's fucking spam. So, does this matter to you? Put something in the pot. Tip your old man. I couldn't say it with any more sincerity when I say that I'm doing this, I take it, and I put it right back in. This matters to me. And it does me great honor to be able to create a space like this where we could listen to what I'm very, 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 very keenly aware of is a big, important piece of art. Like, that last side kind of knocked me on my axis. It just, off my axis. It's just, I'm not sure I've ever felt that assaulted by a piece of art. So I'm kind of traumatized by it a little bit. I can't explain it any other way. It's just I'm processing it almost like it's trauma. Ay. All right. I brought something to wipe my eyes off with and my nose. So I'll use the bottom half for my nose and the top half for my eyes. And never may the two liquids meet. All right, folks. We're going to say hello to new patrons, and then I'll go straight to side 2. If you don't mind, I need a little bit of the break. Appfex, you're not a patron, are you? Go become a patron, and I might answer your questions. We're going to say hello to new patrons. I'm going to go see. We got a bunch of new patrons. Let me get that number all right for you. 861. Awesome. Who's going to become patron number 862? Let's see you. Just about ready to get this started. Daniel, or Danny, welcome, your patron 861, Superior Creature. All right, folks. Oh, hey. How many of you tune into the night show? This is going to be good. Please excuse me if I create a little bit of levity. I kind of need it, so I already know that when I get into the music, I'm going to pay attention properly, so consider this a break. See this box? Motherfucker, it's heavy. See this? It's 13 kilos. Is that it? 13 kilos? It is 13.28 kilos. It's a heavy fucking box. The entire box is filled with records. I have no idea what's in that box. None. UK Bart sent it. He recently spent some time in Berlin. Those of you who listen to the regular show know who these characters are. Okay, he recently spent some time in Berlin and bought a stupid amount of records. And came back with a massive box for me. For the show. Not for me, but for the show. So, those of you who are into that kind of thing, I'm going to be unboxing that with you guys. Isn't that cool? Why is my mouse not working? Porco Dio! I'm trying to get back to the show, but my mouse isn't working. Technical difficulties. I can't... You know, like when you can't find the, when you can't find the arrow? Find the arrow for me, Polam. I gotta start this fucking thing. All right. Let's go. Alistair, you can communicate on Patreon if you want to send me records. Just send me a message there.
Unforgiving night, God came. Plainly spoke my given name. In unforgiving night, God came. Plainly spoke my given name. the dog we die together. Within the Lord I cast off all my earthly bonds. There is victory in Jesus. Do you wanna be in hell with me? I know you wanna stop, but you can't stop. I watched you alone in the home where you live with your family. And all that I've learned is everything burns. Do you wanna be in hell with me? I wish things could be any other way. I watched you along where you live with your family. But one thing I've learned is everything above all others, above all, above all others, above I feel your voice above all others, above all others, I feel Me and the dog, we die together.
Jeez. Like, my hair is standing up on edge. I'm very affected by this. I'm already asking myself, I was like, well, I can't play this during a regular show. Hey, Game God, I saw that you became a patron. Thank you. Welcome. Happy to have you, Game God. Like, I mean, those of you who catch the show regular, right? For those of you who don't know, in 5 hours, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do our regular virus shows. Today is show number 557 straight. And I play a whole bunch of different type of music. So, if you guys want to get an idea of what's behind me, all of these records, well, listen to the show. You want to know really where it is that you'll get your value for being a patron? Tune in at night, man. When you tune in to the regular show, you get music of every genre. It's impossible you're not going to come across stuff you never heard before. Will you like everything? Most certainly not. But if you're the type of person who really will listen to everything and say, okay, I'm okay with not listening to that, I'm okay with listening to that, you know what I mean, and be okay with listening to a bunch of different things, then I got your show for you. Our show is for music nerds, real music nerds, not people who wear music as a uniform. Real music nerds, the real people who want to hang out and talk music because that's what's fun. That's what it is that I do this for. So chat is for you guys, for the patrons, for the people who support this. Together, this is our community, and we listen to awesome works of art like we're listening to right now, and we discuss, and we chat, and we just coexist. It's a beautiful thing. I'm a hippie, so to me, these are beautiful things. Maybe you're not a hippie, and that's okay if you're not. You don't have to be. I know I know that I am. So, if this sounds like you, I would like to invite you to become a patron. Join us at patreon.com/vinyljunkies for as little as $2 or $5 a month. We are welcoming a lot of new patrons. Makes me super happy. Like, it honors me. To me, it honors me. It tells me that you guys are enjoying what we do and that the community matters to you. So, it matters to me too. Thank you for supporting it. All right. I think I'm just about ready to go to side 3. The way it is that it works is it seems like they're just 2-3 songs. Each side seems pretty concise on vinyl, and it's very nice. I dig it. All right. So, smoke 'em if you got 'em. I just want to pass the anti-static brush. The last record was really staticky. Maybe just do a little bit of stylus care. Give me just a second, okay? If anything, you guys who collect records, have you ever seen this? It's an Onzo Endust. It's made to clean your stylus. All you do is you put that directly under the stylus after the arm is lifted, and you just drop the arm on. Look. You're going to hear now. Tuk. Watch. You hear that? What it did is it's the stylus went into this sticky, really tacky material, and it removes all the schmutz from the stylus. So I do it twice. Check. You're going to hear it again. You see? Keeps your stylus nice and clean. And if you look at this thing you could just wash it after. You just rinse it with water. Lingua retweeted us. Thank you. I don't know if you're listening to the show. Lingua Ignota, Kristen, sorry. I won't say that. I'll assume it. I'm humble to art. I'm a servant of art. So to me, you don't owe me anything. But it still means something to be able to just put it out there, kind of like in the universe. And if it gets heard, it gets heard. But I'm pretty sure I've never been affected so profoundly by a work of art as what it is that I'm listening to right now. It's very difficult to hear. I've never been assaulted in that manner before. I wish you strength. I absolutely admire the fuck out of you for having that strength. You're like a badass. What it is that I'm hearing come out, and now this is the third record that I hear, just makes me question how God works to begin with. The source material here is almost unbearable. It is unbearable. It's really very, very difficult to hear. I mean, I broke down after side one. And I was listening to side two, and it's like, I had to brace myself. Not in a bad way, but it's bringing back bad shit. It's bringing back moments of abuse. It's bringing back stuff that I've spent my entire life in therapy working out, and I think I've worked it out now. I mean, I've worked on it only 32 years, you know? But, it's a record that brings back some pretty traumatic pain. And it's pretty unique because I'm not sure that I've ever had art affect me that way before. So this to me is a unique experience. And I mean, with respect to, you guys were here for All Sinners Must Die. You know that I loved it. You were here for Caligula. I loved it. Those of you who were asking about Caligula, yes, we did an Old Man Listens on Friday. It was Friday night. We recorded the whole thing, and we're going to upload it to YouTube as soon as we can. But this was another thing. This was a completely different thing, and I am not used to having art fuck me up so personally. There's part of this that cut me open, and it's not fun when you're not expecting it. I cherish the experience because this is the first time I listened to this record, so I'm going to remember this experience for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. This experience is why I do these shows. To say that I'm in a room full of people and we experienced this together and I wasn't alone. There's a safety in that. There's a comfort in that, knowing that people relate. Because it's important that we relate to each other as human beings like that. And it's an album like this. It's trauma put on fucking grooves like this that allows the conversation to be had. So to me, this is an important work. The stuff that we're doing here together, and I'm not saying it as a matter of self-importance, so it's not about me. It isn't. But what we're doing here, just being able to discuss it and break it down the way it is that we're doing it and allow ourselves to feel it and all, it's important. This is the connective stuff that brings us together as humans. There's enough that takes us apart, man. So I'm grateful that powerful art like this exists. That said, I'm not sure that I could play this on my regular show. Similar to Ghosteen in a way, yeah. Ghosteen is another album that absolutely broke me. When I listened to Nick Cave Ghosteen, Nick Cave basically wrote Ghosteen after the death of his son. And the album's, he's singing to his son. He's singing about his son. He's singing about that. And that album completely fucked me up. So yeah, I would say thank you for reminding me of that, Taiwan. I would say that yes, it's a more painful experience than, because this feels, I felt this. I thank God every day, that, I haven't lost my child. That's something that I never would want. But this somehow feels more personal. Listening to Ghosteen and the topic, it was empathy. It filled me with empathy. This fills me with more than empathy. This cuts me personally. It's I would think, the only time's the only way, I don't know how I'm going to feel about the record in a while, so I try to stay away as much as possible from superlatives, because time ultimately is all the proof you need. If you keep going back to a record, or if you keep thinking about a record, if a record or a piece of art keeps occupying your mind, keeps occupying your space, that's it. And my feeling is that that's what's going to happen here. So, welcome to the first day. I'm happy to do it with you, man. Thank you. And Kristen, thank you for making it. I wish I could help take away the pain. My only hope is that you listen to this music yourself and you create this music, and that it gives you solace, that it gives you comfort. All right, let's do this, man. Side 3. Can we put up the link for Lingua Ignota? If you guys want to buy the record or support her, buy her merch. Throw a couple of dollars her way. Buy her record. Artists need it. So, we're going to put up the link so that you can go out and buy her stuff directly on her page. Don't worry, Polem's working on it. In the meanwhile, do you like what we do? It's the same thing for me. Tip your old man. You like the show? We'll keep doing these shows. So, let's get ready, all right? Patreon.com. Where's Patron 862? All right, let's go.
that stung before now sing, washed in precious blood. My soul has been bedecked with jewels, my broken heart too terrible to hold. Oh, sinner, hast thou ever heard the blood of Christ so lovingly applied? The sacred linament of mercy, with downy fingers bind. Through Jesus' blood and righteousness, His beauty is my glorious dress, a name too terrible to say. With joy I dance round the abyss. Bold shall I stand on that great day,
I want to address myself
in bright celestial robes
to those that I have
arrayed,
wronged, that I have sinned.
fully absolved
First
through
of all,
Christ I
my wife.
am.
God never gave a man
From sins too terrible to
better helpmate.
name.
And as far as this gospel has been
Oh, sinner, have you ever
to the great
heard
cities of the world and
the
cover this
love
earth
of
with never have
Christ
been
so ruthlessly
were it not for the
denied?
the courage and consecration
The sacred linament of judgment,
but to its thousands and thousands
with
of Christians that are God's
fingers
that uphold the standard of righteousness, its evangelists that are heralds and criers of redemption, its missionaries on the front line of darkness, holding back tides of hell. The one whom I serve, and I love, and I worship. I bow in esteem, who has saved me, and washed me, and cleansed me. I have sinned against you, my Lord, and I would ask that your precious blood would wash and cleanse every stain until it is in the seas of God's forgetfulness, never to be remembered against me anymore.
Everything makes me jump.
I am covered with the blood of Jesus. Fear is nothing when the path is righteous. I rest my head in a holy kingdom. Mine is the venom of the snake of Eden. Life is a song, a song. And the fires of hell burn on and on. Life is a song, a song. And the raging fires of hell burn long. I am covered with the blood of Jesus. Fear is nothing when the path is righteous. I rest my head in a holy kingdom. Mine is the venom of the snake of Eden.
I listen to this and I feel like I want to do something for her. There's something that's a bit disturbing to me. As I'm listening to all of this, I'm just analyzing my own reaction to this, you know? And I mean, my guess would be that I am not speaking out of turn if I say that, I mean, this art is born of pain. And I listened to some of it and I realized that I have, like, maybe if you guys, like, I don't know if you've watched any of, like, sometimes my reaction while I'm listening to this, but every once in a while I kind of jerk and I kind of, she scares me. I used to be afraid of my dad, real afraid of my dad. Abused kid, you know, so anybody who's been abused understands this. And I remember that all he had to do was walk behind me, and I would fucking start trembling uncontrollably. And as I was listening to this, and at moments during listening, while I was listening to this, it's exactly that. I began trembling the same way. And, I mean, it's certainly, you know, on a personal level, noteworthy that I'm feeling that and my mind is going there. An album that digs up my own fucking traumas. It's... I mean, how many people do that? How many people can do that with their art, you know? My hope is that she knows how important art like this is. It seems almost mean to say, you know, but it's like I wouldn't want to be in her shoes. It sounds like a cross that I would not be able to bear. You know? The other hand, if you're at all spiritual, or without getting into religion, I'm not talking about religion, but you know, we only get as much as we can handle. That's fucking Atlas right there, man. It's a heavy load. It's you stand in awe of somebody who does it. You know? It's brave. It's I'm glad we're doing it. I did catch other influences here. Just other artists that it made me think of, and I mean, the people that it made me think of are wonderful. Okay, it made me think of Nico. I really love Nico, especially the drone piece. The drone piece kind of reminded me of Nico, who worked with, obviously, Lou Reed and Velvet Underground. Did solo stuff, you know. And that last song reminded me of a particular, a specific Kate Bush song. And as I listened to this artist lay bare her soul for her art, I speak into the ether, and I don't know if she's listening or she is not listening, and it doesn't matter ultimately because I speak into the ether. But if you are listening, that last song, I heard it and I wanted you to listen to what it made me think of. And what it made me think of is a really hopeful piece of music, a beautiful piece of music. And if you're here and you've never heard the song, then I hope that it brings you solace. Because music can do that, man. Music heals. Music is medicine, so. No bing bong today, okay? It's not appropriate. I'm going to play this instead, and we'll play side 4 right after this.
was born in a cloud. Now I am falling. I want you to catch me. Look up and you'll see me. You know you can hear me. The world is so loud. Keep falling. I'll find you. We're over a forest. There's millions of snowflakes. We're dancing. The world is so loud.
That's the sound of the
Keep
police!
falling. I'll find you.
Give the video a like, folks. Let's get 100 likes.
I can hear people. I think you are near me now. The world is so loud. Keep falling. I'll find you. We're over a forest. It's midnight at Christmas. The world is so loud. Keep falling. I'll find you. I think I can see you. There's your long white neck. The world is so loud. Keep falling. I'll find you. Now I am falling. Look up and you'll see me. The world is so loud. Keep falling. I'll find you. In a moment or two, I'll be with you. The world is so loud. Keep falling. I'll find you. Be ready to catch me. The world is so loud. Keep falling. I'll find you.
I'm just trying to think of the people that may have heard that Kate Bush song for the first time. It's absolutely beautiful. It's uplifting to me, you know. I'll find you wherever you are. It's nice. It's repeated. It's comforting. It's soothing. And, well, I don't know who listens to what, right? The discussion is so that we can share this stuff. And, well, if Lingua Ignota has never heard that song and she's listening as we broadcast into the ether, then I hope that song, I hope you find comfort there, because I do. All right, folks, I'm not sure what's going to happen on the YouTubes because we have our copyright warning. I'm going to wait for it to go off and then start side 4. Actually, make sure that I have side 4. Just give me 1 second and we'll be sure of that. Say hello to Banana Productions. Banana Productions, patron number 862. I'm happy that you're enjoying the show, and I'm honored to have you as a patron. Welcome to the couch. Give us a chance to get to know you. That's what we'll do. We'll get to know you. If you enjoy this kind of broadcasting, you'll probably notice that you ain't going to get this anywhere else. I mean, this is the only place that we do a broadcast like this. Gonzo Radio, man. While respecting the spirit of John Peel. At least that is certainly my intent. Because it's an absolute privilege to be able to share music with people. It's a privilege that I don't take for granted, and 557 days straight just makes me want to continue because I believe in this. I believe in community. I've built it, right? So you guys are here and you're all welcome. So if you enjoy what we do, patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Go become a patron. Join the conversation rather than listening just idly. Patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. If you guys tune in about 4 hours, 15 minutes on Twitch, you'll catch the regular show. We'll play a whole bunch of other stuff, and I got a massive box of records to unbox. So you guys want to see, I got a box like that big. I'm not even going to lift it up. It's too heavy, but a huge box of records, like 30 pounds. I'm going to unbox that live tonight. And I'm your vibe merchant, I guess, right? Would you buy me a drink? If you'd buy me a drink, then tip the old man. Tip the house. I humbly appreciate it and thank you. And we'll use all of it to make sure that we keep doing shows like this for you. All right, folks. Copyright Popo's gone for now. I'm going to try to get to side 4 without interruption. If we get interrupted, I encourage you to join us on Twitch. Okay? But we'll try. It will break my heart if we have to stop the stream for copyright reasons, you know. But if we get stopped, we get stopped. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. All right, folks. Smoke him if you got him.
He's up there crying, and I know those tears aren't real.
How do you know?
They just can't be. I mean, because he was up there preaching about all this stuff and then doing it, you know, and
But couldn't his tears of repentance be real?
well, maybe, but to me, I don't really think so because, you know, I watch him on TV. You know, I mean, I don't really watch him, but some of the things I've seen, you know, he's a totally different person than when he seen me. That's the real person I think he was.
The heart of man is an orchid. The heart of man is the open gulch itself.
Thank you, cunt girl.
The heart of man is the seventh gate of hell. The heart of man is the crushed horse's tail. The heart of man is a furnace. The heart of man is the heart of man is the seventh gate of hell. The heart of man is the crushed horse's tail.
could infect other people if you get sick inside.
No.
People who don't go to this
No.
church.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood. I'm covered in Jesus'
But what
blood.
about other people who don't go to this church who you might encounter?
All of these people go to this church.
No, but you're going to be in places where other people
I go to the grocery store every day. I'm in Walmart,
What?
Home Depot, all of those
But you
people.
could get them sick from what happens in
They
the
could
church.
get me sick, but they're not because I'm covered in his blood. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Taiwan. Thank you, Wilbur. Thank you, Goose. Merci. Wow. The thought that goes through my head is that I'm happy to be living in a world with human beings who are able to express themselves this way. I think records like this are a gift to the world. I mean, yeah, I think I just finished listening to, a masterpiece. I love the fact that an album can just evoke so much emotion in me. It was a very cathartic experience. We're lucky to have this type of art around us, man. Friedrich Nietzsche, right? Without music, life would be a mistake. And I'm truly very grateful to know that I got to listen to it with hundreds of new people coming in and out. There's 160 of us now. You'll find us here on Wednesday and on Friday. We'll do Old Man's. On Wednesday, we're doing Deftones. On Friday, we're doing Little Sims. I really can't wait for Little Sims. Boy, you do understand that, yes, I don't use the word masterpiece very lightly. It's the only thing, and the thing is I say that perfectly, for myself kind of thing. I can only look back and just know what my reaction to this record was. And I think that speaks for itself. Once art has that, you don't need to explain anything else. You don't need to put words on it. You don't need to assign scores. You don't need to do anything. I only hope that this touches as many people as it touched me, so that they go out and they buy the art. And they support it. It's the only way that more can be done. Right? All right, folks. I'm going to be on in 4 hours to do Virus Broadcast 557. Hey, What by Low would be great. Hey, What by Low will happen when I find a copy. Nuno, are you a patron? If you like what we do, be a part of it, man. Patreon.com/FinalJunkies. $2 or $5 a month. Join the conversation. Join the community. I was your vibe merchant. I will bring you more vibes tonight. Tune in. All right? And I'll welcome all new patrons in a few hours. I got to go jump in the pool and get rid of some of this fat. Lose a bit of weight. Catch you guys later, man. Love you all. Thank